meet at center ice, and everyone will be congratulating Andrei Vasilevskiy, who almost made you feel that the Lightning would be unbeatable with him in goal.
Really incredible, isn't it? This last 3-year period he gives lots of mutual admiration down there as the big players. There's the 2 Norris Trophy finalists, the winner Cale Makar, obviously, but Vasilevskiy done everything to keep this journey going.
A Norris Trophy at Calder for Cale Makar, a first All-Star, and there's MacKinnon and Stamkos, who battled throughout this.
Well, for Nathan MacKinnon, what a signature game. You know, coming in, okay, you got a goal and 4 points, but all the focus on dominating a series. There's a great sight as Kemper gives his respect to Vasilevskiy and back and forth. But MacKinnon with a goal and an assist in the biggest game of his life.
And the Vasi chants here echoed down for the fans remaining at Amalie. Jared Bednar talked about Nate MacKinnon reaching the Steve Yzerman stage of his career, where it wasn't at all about stats, points, it was about team victories. And Corey Perry's family disappointed for the 3rd consecutive year. Remember Brad Richards once saying how cruel it was when one of his teammates had lost 2 in a row. To think, I guess the only consolation for Corey Perry is he does know what it feels like to be a Stanley Cup champion.
And the streak ends for Patrick Maroon too after winning those 3 in a row. Corey Perry, though, all kinds of respect. A 19-goal regular season. He did everything in his power to keep it going.
John Cooper said that Perry exceeded expectations on the ice. And there's Jared Bednar, the first coach to win championships at the ECHL, AHL, and Stanley Cup level.
And what a job he did just keeping an even keel and a real focus for his team. This is a team that had a clear purpose, and their head coach kept everyone dialed in, kept everyone believing. This team went through the playoffs without losing 2 in a row, and the end result is a handshake that's going to feel pretty darn good at the end of this one.
Former Humboldt Broncos going to take the cup back to Humboldt this summer. And John Cooper with some respect for the veteran of that Colorado team, Erik Johnson, who was a teammate of Milan Hajduk, Peter Forsberg briefly, and Adam Foote, link between the 2001 team and this 2022 Colorado championship team.
And Joe Sakic, you think of the 2 times lifting the cup back in '96 in Florida, and then of course 2001 beating the New Jersey Devils and handing it off to Ray Bourque. What a job he's done as general manager.
So the 2 coaches exchange congratulations. Just thinking about John Cooper, who talked about how he marveled at his team's ability to come off the mat, and now they're being saluted, and rightfully so, from this crowd. 2 consecutive championships and a run that comes up 2 games short of what would have been recognized as one of the all-time great teams, and I think it still will be in some circles, despite the frustration you see as they leave the ice. The margins were a little slimmer than a 9-3 score would indicate tonight, no question. And now Mark Stone leads the victorious Golden Knights into the handshake line against a game but outmatched Panther team here in this final.
Yeah, mutual respect between captains there as Barkov and Stone.
There's Sean Burke.
Oh, what a great moment that is.
Recommended Aiden Hill as a target to be acquired, and what a huge part of this whole story that turns out to be.
You never know what decision is the one that's going to make the difference. And that one, what a storyline that ends up being with Hill coming in and really coming into the rescue.
Bruce Cassidy wins his first after being on the other side of this handshake line back in 2019.
He was pretty candid today, wasn't he, about even up 3-1, you just never take for granted. You know the feeling of not being able to get it home. But his team took over in the second period. You remember this game as when the Knights got skating and got going, they were just too much.
A great playoff for Sergei Bobrovsky for 2 rounds. As good a goaltending as we've seen in the Stanley Cup, but a guy who came in with all kinds of question marks in Game 3 against Edmonton answered everything in this series.
Just ahead of where Hill was with Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky showing respect for Hill, but he also had a nice little talk with Jonathan Quick. The experience of Quick in this lineup, not on the ice, but was great as well.
Let's go down to ice level. Here's Kyle.